Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our Treble series here. This series is going to be going up on Thursdays, I guess would be the day that this episode's going to go up. So, Treble Thursdays, we have some new series coming this weekend, so definitely stay tuned for those. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all the content that will be coming out in the next few days. This is going to be the start of our second season with Accrington Stanley. Obviously, goal remains the same. We want to make sure we're bringing players up in our youth academy and just progressing as much as we can, moving through the League 2, trying to get automatic promotion hopefully this season into League 1 is the goal that the board has set for us. They want us to get immediate promotion into the next league. They're not satisfied with us getting into the playoffs. So as you guys see, I talked about it in the past couple episodes, but I do go after AKINFENWA, trying to switch him out with Morgan because Morgan really hasn't been impressing me, so I'd rather just go ahead get a player that I know is going to do well for me. AKINFENWA, obviously not the fastest guy, but he has good hold-up play, so I'm really probably going to be playing him in the center attacking mid role where he can be that like extra striker for me basically, but another passing creative player in the squad. So coming into the Invitational Cup, I wanted to make sure we got into one that was going to give us the most money but still gave us a pretty good challenge. And there was a cup that was based in England with mainly all English teams, so I figured, that's probably the best bet. I could win 2 million if I do win it, so I figured it was our best shot, so we go ahead and do that. I send my scout back out into England to try to find more players for us. The deal for AKINFENWA goes through. Didn't have to pay anything, just switched him straight out with Morgan, gave him a $900 contract, so that's always nice. Didn't have to spend like any money on him basically, so it all ends up working out for us pretty well. So moving on into the cup, we're playing really well. The entire team has come together really nicely, with Ambrose and Bailey obviously our two loanee players that have been just playing really well. They've been doing incredible things for us, but we have so many good players coming up in our youth academy. Obviously this season is basically all going to be about Bakari, 72 rated at this point, scored in that first game. He's a center defensive mid, but he has the talent to play anywhere in the midfield. He could honestly probably play a striker if I really wanted him to. Chris Stokes is another player we're bringing in, 87 to 93 potential. 87 to 93 potential. That's incredible. He's already 65 rated at 16. We can go ahead and get him in the squad as soon as possible. So, those two are basically going to be bossing the midfield for us as often as possible. Sadly, though, that does mean that Malarkey's not really making it into the squad, so I'm going to be putting him out on loan this season because he's not going to get in the squad, but I still think he's going to be a great player for us. So I want to make sure that he's still doing good things. So this game here, Bakari ends up scoring for us, Bailey and Key end up scoring for us. Probably in the next episode you guys will see these kit numbers are going to change. I'm going to start switching some stuff out. 24 for a goalkeeper is probably going to stay the same because he is a loanee goalkeeper, but like Bailey at 17 might change. Bakari at 7 is probably going to stay the same. Key will probably get a new number. AKINFENWA might stay at 15. So you guys will see in the next couple episodes numbers will start to change for the players. Training is going really well. All of our players are growing incredibly fast. I might start putting some more training sessions on Stokes just so that he can start growing faster. As you see, we're kind of like blowing through everything here. I honestly just wanted to get the entire preseason and transfer window out in one episode. Just try to, like I said in the last few episodes, progress this as fast as possible. I want to cover as much time as possible. We end up winning the trophy, we end up winning the cup, so that's really good. Didn't have to play any games to do it. The team's just playing really well together. Everything's going perfectly and is as to plan as we want. Cresswell is the left wing that we have in our youth academy right now. His potential doesn't end up being that good. It ends up dropping pretty heavily. I think his top potential he can get is like an 81 rated by the time I actually sign him. Our youth scout came back and with our future scout, or future star rather. It's a player out of France that is looking to be a very good player. Sadly, it's another midfielder though, which is killing me. It's honestly driving me insane that they keep giving me midfielders. I need to broaden my horizon a little bit, so I'm gonna have to start telling my scouts to go after really certain things for a shorter amount of time. A scout that I end up getting in right here, this one from Norway, I end up sending him to Norway and making him only look for a goalkeeper, because I need a goalkeeper so that when I lose the one that I have on loan right now, I do have a goalkeeper in place that can continue the form and continue being as good of a goalkeeper as we have right now. So I can't remember how long I'm going to send him out, but I am going to go after a goalkeeper, and we're only going to send him out for 3 months. That's what I thought. So we're going to send him out for 3 months. He's going to hopefully bring us back a goalkeeper. Then we'll send him out for another 3 months looking for a more defined player. So I might start doing that so that we can actually get a little more diversity in the players that we're getting. Like I said, Stokes is going to be definitely in our subs more often than not, possibly getting to the starting lineup if I end up moving Pokari up the center attacking mid over AKINFENWA. So we'll kind of see. I'm still playing around with the lineup, trying to figure out what's working for us. This is the first game of the season against Bristol Rovers. We end up going up 3-0 and then 4-0. I mean, the team is playing incredible. We have goals from Bailey, Key, and McConneville. Like I said, everybody's just firing on all cylinders. It's really exciting to see, especially after the struggles that we saw last season. And if you guys didn't watch the first season, you know, you only have to watch a couple episodes. They're only like 10-minute long episodes to cover the entire season basically, but we struggled. We lost a lot of games. We were at the bottom of the table. Things were not going well for us. Then we brought in Ambrose and Bailey on loan to kind of fix our season. We end up mid-table, end up keeping our job thankfully, and moving on into this season. So here in the Capital One Cup, we sadly do end up losing it to Preston, so our bad run of form in cups is still going on, sadly. I did play a little bit of a weaker team, but I thought it was a team strong enough to win the game. Realistically, I'm still not too worried about winning cup games. If I lose in cup games but end up getting automatic promotion, you know, the board's going to be really happy with that, so I'm not worried about it in all honesty. So here against Rochdale, we end up getting a last-minute goal from AKINFENWA to give us the lead and the win, all 3 points. So, like I said, team firing on all cylinders. AKINFENWA honestly has been a fantastic pickup for me. You know, he's not the youngest player, he's not the fastest player, he is the strongest player though, which honestly I think those stats are going to start decreasing pretty heavily in the next year, so I only gave him a year-long contract. Wanted to make sure we could get all that we could out of him now, and then he'll probably honestly retire at the end of the season, so not too worried about it. Key has been playing out of his mind for us again this season, so really happy to see that. We end up getting goals out of Wakefield, Key, and Bailey. Bailey and Key are our two best players right now. They're firing on all cylinders, doing everything we need to keep winning games. As we keep progressing with these players, our player from France, 59 rated originally, he is up to 60 rated now, so definitely making a rise in the team to almost make me want to change the formation and just kind of centralize it around midfielders, because obviously that's all I'm getting in right now, more so than our wingers, but obviously I want to keep Bailey in the squad. So we may be switching to a 4-3-3 here soon. I haven't really decided. We'll see how things go. I don't know if you guys hear this buzzing in my mic right now, but it's driving me insane. I think it's over. I think we're good. And if you guys hear a beeping in the background, I don't know if my mic's going to pick it up or not. I have to change the battery in my fire alarm thing. It'll be gone tomorrow, so don't worry about it too much today. So hopefully those two noises don't end up changing things too much in the video. But coming into another game against Newport, like I said, team playing well. Ambrose and Key are our main two strikers right now, so it's good to see Ambrose getting goals, playing really well. AKINFENWA obviously sitting in that center attacking mid, McConneville in the left mid position, and Bailey on the right. That striking options that I have, those front four basically, are doing really, really well for me, and it's awesome to see. Getting Cresswell into the team is going to be a little difficult, but I think him and McConnell will be able to kind of alternate pretty well. If not, I may have to send him out on loan or end up selling him. I mean, he's still going to be considered a good player for the future. He just may not be a player that I end up keeping because he only has that max potential of 81 rated. So I haven't really decided how I want to go about him. I probably obviously will be selling him out at some point, but Bailey ends up getting us a goal in the J Paint Trophy. If there's one of the competitions I would like to stay in, it would be the J Paint Trophy. It's the one that we have the best chance in winning, in all honesty. So we will definitely be focusing on that probably the most. So as you guys see, this is the deadline day. This is when players are coming after, or teams are coming after all my players basically. So Key has a lot of focus on him. Every team basically in our league wants to come after him. I don't think he ends up leaving. I think he ends up turning down all the deals. So I think we end up keeping him. I might be wrong. You guys will probably see here at the end of the episode what ends up happening with him. But AKINFENWA is the only player that we brought in. Obviously, like I said, I'm focusing on my youth academy. I'm not worried about bringing players in. So AKINFENWA, only player that I brought in this season just because it was kind of a fun transfer to do. And we end up getting rid of a few players on loan and getting rid of a couple players permanently, but mainly it's all loanee players. As you see, Cresswell 75 to 81 rated, so I'm a little worried about that, but even if he gets to that 75 rated, I'll be able to sell him on for a good amount of money regardless. So our French player is definitely the one to focus on. We end up getting manager of the month as well, but that is where this episode's going to come to an end. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.